The metallic screech ripped through the quiet suburb at precisely 7:15 on a crisp Tuesday morning. A symphony of destruction as Susan Reynolds' gleaming black Range Rover slammed into the rising steel Bollard. The SUV's undercarriage tore apart like cheap aluminum foil, engine fluids pooling in dark stains on the asphalt. Susan gripped the wheel, her designer nails digging into the leather, her face a mask of stunned fury as dashboard lights flickered wildly. Across the cul-de-sac, I stepped out onto my porch, steaming coffee in one hand, a thick file folder in the other, proof that this wasn't vengeance, but justice long overdue. As she rolled down her window and shrieked accusations, her voice sharp enough to shatter glass, I felt a grim satisfaction. My name is Michael Thompson, a retired firefighter with 32 years battling blazes in the city department. I'd chosen this house on Oakwood Lane for one reason. It backed right onto the emergency access route, a vital lifeline from the main road to our neighborhood. That lane wasn't some optional shortcut. It was mandated by city code, marked in bold yellow stripes and signs screaming, "Fire lane, no parking." I'd seen the horrors of blocked paths firsthand. A family home on Birch Avenue gutted because a parked RV wasted precious minutes, flames devouring everything while we scrambled with hoses. Or the elderly man whose heart attack turned fatal after we hauled gear 200 extra yards past a delivery truck. Those memories weren't abstract. They were scars, reminders that rules like these were forged in tragedy. For a year after moving in, the lane worked perfectly. Fire crews zipped through for drills. Ambulances had clear shots. Then Susan arrived, a self-proclaimed queen with a business degree and a fat divorce settlement, buying the biggest mansion and bulldozing her way to HOA president. She treated the lane like her private valet spot, parking her massive Rover dead center, blocking it for hours while she worked from home. Neighbors grumbled, but she'd wave them off with lectures on enhancing property values and neighborhood aesthetics. One block party, she even forced a fire inspector to hike 3 blocks with gear, leaving Chief Hernandez fuming about compromised response times. As HOA head, she pushed to repave the lane into extra parking, dismissing my warnings at meetings as overdramatic paranoia from an old fireman. I tried diplomacy, first presentations with codes, photos of her violations, complaints to the city. Enforcement dragged, tickets piled up, but Susan just accused me of harassment, threatening lawsuits and claiming her authority trumped laws. Tensions boiled at a barbecue when her parked Rover made a ladder truck detour, and Chief Hernandez pulled me aside. This could kill someone. That night, I filed a final report, demanding action. When she got cited, she banged on my door, screeching about persecution. The October HOA meeting was the tipping point. She called a vote to reclaim the lane, lying about city approval. I stood and declared, "If you won't stop, I'll make sure it's enforced permanently." She laughed it off, but I wasn't bluffing. I called Secure Tech Solutions, where engineer Alex Park, an ex-military guy, grasped the stakes immediately. Getting permits was a gauntlet. Meetings with traffic expert Emily Wong, who grilled me on safety integrations. Letters from Chief Hernandez and Deputy Chief Lisa Grant endorsing it as a lifesaver. Legal reviews confirming no liability traps. Even environmental checks for drainage. Cost me over $15,000, but the city took over maintenance as a public safety upgrade. The Bollard was a beast-hardened steel, 36 inches tall, painted screaming yellow, with sensors, flashing lights, and chimes warning in its ranks. Programmed to pop up at 7:15 a.m. for 30 minutes, right when Susan loved to claim her spot, but with emergency overrides for real calls. Installation took 3 days of digging and wiring, drawing stares in Susan's fury. She stormed the site, demanding it stop, but Alex flashed the approvals, and she retreated, phone in hand, dialing her lawyer. Next morning, she eyed it warily but sped into the lane anyway, hitting 25 miles per hour in a 15 zone. The Bollard activated flawlessly, rising like a guardian as her Rover plowed into it. Metal groaned. The frame buckled. Steam hissed from the wreckage. She stumbled out, disheveled in her yoga gear, rage exploding as she spotted me. "You sabotaged my car. You'll pay for this." I calmly replied, "It's legal, Susan. You've been warned." She dialed 911, ranting about a booby-trapped ambush. Officer Maria Sanchez arrived, notebook ready, listening to Susan's hysterics before turning to me. I handed over the folder: permits, violations, endorsements. Sanchez verified with the city, all legit. Then she dropped the bomb on Susan. You're liable for damaging safety equipment. Insurance might not cover illegal parking. Susan's bluster crumbled, her face paling as the tow truck hauled away her totaled Rover. Her insurer denied the claim, citing willful negligence from her violation history policy canceled, leaving her high risk and broke. The HOA meeting erupted in chaos. Board member Patricia Hayes led the charge, detailing how Susan's antics cost them $12,000 in city bills they'd recouped from her. Votes flew, censured, ousted as president. Her lawyer, Jonathan Hale, reviewed it all and advised surrender no case, possible criminal charges for endangering lives. Whispers spread. Was I a hero for protecting us, or a vigilante overstepping? Some neighbors cheered the peace, the lane finally clear. Others muttered about extreme measures in suburbia. Susan slunk away in a cheap sedan, flinching at the Bollard's chime, parking blocks off. New President David Lawson enshrined the lane's sanctity. As her car vanished down the road, the mechanical were echoed a stark reminder that entitlement crashes hard against unbreakable rules. But the debate lingered. Safety at any cost? Or had I gone too far?